Hey guys, my name is Stephanie Farron and I'm the media specialist at David W. Butler High School, and I'm going to talk to you for a quick moment about SORA Overdrive and how you can purchase class sets of books and then what kind of data you can get from that. So when you want to purchase a class set book in Overdrive, you would click the shop button and then go and use the drop down until you were at class sets. Once you're at class sets, you would search a book. So for example, The Great Gatsby. You'll find the book. It will tell you how much a class set is, and then you would click Add Class Set. And when you'd add the class set, it's going to ask you for a couple things. You'll have to pay attention to the distribution amounts, the start date, the email addresses of the teachers that would need information, any internal notes. So typically right here in internal notes, I put the PO number, and then over here you would add the user IDs. The cool thing about adding user IDs is it will automatically populate whether or not with a check mark or an X if a student has already logged into SORA. And then you'd hit purchase the class set. But what I want to show you today is instead of purchasing the class sets, I want to show you what it looks like data-wise once you have those. So once you're in the drop-down menu for class sets, if you come over into Admin and Title Assignments, you can see the title assignments by the calendar that you've assigned. So for example, here's my book, The Alchemist. My PO number's in here. I can click in it and edit it if I need to. So we'll click here so you can just see. This is the format. These were the teachers that I had assigned to the book and the titles. There were 60 already assigned. It's grayed out because I've already purchased it before. And if you notice the check marks, so you can see every kid in here has logged into SORA now, and they should have because the book's assigned to them. This first time you populate it, you might have some X's for students that have not logged into SORA before. So by clicking back into the calendar, it's going to give me some information. Here's another cool thing. So if I click The Alchemist again, it tells me what kind of format it was. It tells me who scheduled it, the due date, start and end dates. So I could look at it by month, or I can look at it right here. How many I assigned as a class set. And then there's also a button for View Details. Now here's the coolest thing. When you click View Details, it's going to pull up the book, the assignments. It's going to pull up all the users. It's going to tell you the date they opened the book first, the date they last opened a book by user, the number of reading sessions each user had in the book. So for example, this student is definitely reading the book. So is this student, but then I have a bunch of students that have only opened it once, so there's a problem. It tells you the number of reading hours they've had and minutes. Okay, so that's really cool. It tells you the furthest progress the students have in the book. So this kid's read the entire book. It tells you where the current position is in the book. You also can click the Create Worksheet, which will make a spreadsheet of this data that then you can send to your teachers. So that way they have this information, and if it's numbered out like this, if you just kind of make it bigger, you'll see it. And so that way my teachers have data about the usage from their students, and then we can talk about it, or they can use it to then guide their students. Like maybe we need to have a conference with this kid as to why they've never opened the book. So there's some really interesting data you can pull that then you could use to see how they do. So I wanted to make sure you were aware of that. That's really cool. You can save this as a PDF. You can assign it directly in Google Classroom, but we're using Canvas, so we would use the link for the title into our Canvas page if we wanted to do that. But it's pretty neat, and you can also edit the assignment. So like if you needed to adjust the dates or add another student or change the book assignment. So this is a really neat data. I think that my teachers have really appreciated this data as far as looking at a student and how they're using it.